3:30, it's that time of day when you come home and you wish you could just take a nap. Remember those days when maybe middle school, maybe high school for some people, it's even now. I'm so envious of people who could just knock out anywhere at any time. I wish I could nap. I remember in high school, I would come home and it's this kind of mid-afternoon time. I would sneak into my parents' room because their bed was by the window, and as an Aries, I'm attracted to breezes. So I would crack their window, this breeze would come in, and I would just take maybe like a 40-minute nap. But I would hit REM, and I remember just hearing the kids outside, school bells, the breeze on my face, and those days my nervous system was so calm, and I remember the peace. Maybe that's why the naps occurred, because my nervous system was calm, and now naps are impossible. Anyway, let's get to your questions. Okay, I am catching up on questions. First question. Boyfriend blames me for triggering his rage, says I bring out the worst in him. It's hurtful when people say that. I think him saying that may be a reaction to his rage. Here's the thing about quote unquote being triggered. I think when we are activated, it is it's an opportunity for the activation to be a black light where we could learn more about ourselves and, of course, the relationship. It's really hard to do because it means that instead of reacting, we have to take a beat, create some distance. And by the way, this is also the time that gardeners come and there's leaf blowers. So, of course, right when I turn this on, people are mowing lawns, and so I apologize for that noise. But when we are activated, especially in relationships, and usually that's where the activation is the most powerful, it's a great opportunity. It's not easy, but it's a great opportunity to notice the activation and to ask yourself where it's coming from, right? Usually when we're activated or quote unquote triggered, we are pointing the finger back, we are blaming, we are getting into an argument, we are defensive, we are reacting, right? Myself included, most of my life. To take a beat, to put what I call an emotional speed bump, and to explore where this activation is coming from, that is gold. There's so much learning and growing and information there, right? So that would be what would be prescribed for your boyfriend, is when you activate him, assuming you're not doing it on purpose, where is that coming from? And then him to engage in a conversation with you so you guys learn about each other's activations and you guys learn where they come from. And I think the understanding is going to help so much, because once you understand, then you don't have an excuse to not know, right? So you know what is activating him, where it's coming from. And of course, that's his responsibility, not to blame you. It's his responsibility to self-regulate, right? But the knowing of that is going to make you guys closer. The sharing of that information, right, is going to make you guys closer. So very common in relationships, us being activated. And also, I got to say, a lot of what activates us has nothing to do with our partners, has to do with where we're at in our lives. It has to do with things that are said that triggers other wounds, from our story, our past. Our partners may just be reflectors, maybe mirrors, maybe catalysts, right? It may not be our partner, but it may be something that reminds you of something, or something that is touching like a childhood wound, insecurity, all of that. Okay, next question. This is a funny question. Why does my ex pop in my head? Oh, I thought I thought this person was saying, why does my ex pop in and keep me up at night? I was like, what do you mean? Like he just kind of, in a creepy way, he pops his head in the middle of the night? That's not what you're saying. You're saying, why does your ex pop in your head and keep you up at night? Well, because we have memories, because we play shit back, because you may miss your ex, and that's totally okay. I think because of society's shoulds after expired relationships, that we're supposed to quote unquote get over it by like erasing that part of our chapter. And no, I mean, every collision that we have had, every relationship, every bed that you have shared with someone, every heart that you have, sorry, more people, every person that you have shared your heart with, that's what I'm trying to say, matters. And I know that we can get into unhealthy and toxic, turbulent relationships, and of course we need distance and healing and all that. And it doesn't mean that you want them in your life, but these were huge parts, the big chapters of your life. And I don't believe in erasing chapters, any chapters. I'm a huge believer in the power of our stories and how they're the most valuable thing that we will ever own. So your ex is popping into your dreams or your thoughts at night because you're human. I would explore. Maybe there's stuff happening that has nothing to do with your ex. Maybe there's, stuff happening underneath, psyche, this kind of stuff. But I also wouldn't put a lot of weight on it, Just because you have a dream or a thought doesn't mean that you want to get back together. It doesn't mean, explore it. Explore it. Don't judge it. Don't label it. Okay. Why some people are easy to jump ship? Are the memories really easy to forget? I'm assuming you mean why do people leave relationships fast? Is that what you mean by jumping ship? Or are you mean by jumping ship that the person once after the breakup jumps onto another ship? Or maybe you mean both. But I think a lot of people leave relationships too soon because they don't want to, as they say in my field, do the work. They don't want to look at their own unhealthy patterns, shortcomings. They don't want to lean into discomfort, right? It's easier to jump ship. It's easier to jump on another ship, a passing ship. And I think when we do that, we miss out on the opportunity that relationship has presented to us as far as growth, I'm guilty of this. I have jumped ship. And at that time in my life, I don't know. I don't know if I was running from something. I don't know if I definitely know that I didn't want to work on myself. I also had something kind of shiny enter my life, and like shortly after I jumped ship, and of course that didn't help. And by shiny I mean someone else. So I don't know if I was happy in my life. I mean, there were a lot of things happening. Okay, another question. I feel like me dating after divorce is giving up hope for my ex and I, but he said he's not ready right now. So just because you're dating doesn't mean that so look, if you have hope of getting together with your ex, I don't think dating cancels that. I also don't think that you should not date and wait around for someone, expecting that to happen. And if it doesn't, you kind of fall off that cliff of expectation. So I would just continue with my life. And if you are ready and wanting to date, go do that and use dating as a way to explore and learn more about yourself and what you want, what turns you on, what you gravitate toward, right? Pull from a different place, a more honest place. do things that are kind of uncomfortable for you, and because I think dating is all about not finding love. I think that is the byproduct of dating, or can be. I think dating is all about self-exploration. I think we put too much weight on dating because when we're quote unquote dating, we're trying to find the one, and that's why most people have very bad dating experiences, because of the pressure, the expectation. It's like the ticking clock, right? So if you reframe dating as you playing in the sandbox, you investigating self, you exploring everything from connection to exploring sexuality. I mean, what a gift to go and just have experiences with different people and learn from those experiences. Be safe about it, and go have fun and go live your life. Go connect. And then if after that it aligns that your ex is someone who you think you can do a round two with, and again, I think it should be based on secondary change, two people coming into something the second time as different people, showing up differently, so the relationship dynamics, so the tracks that have been laid are different. If not, what broke you guys, what brought the plane down, will still be there. Abs and a good haircut doesn't change the dynamic of a relationship, right? Or just the fact that time has passed, right? Or that the fact that someone is, I don't know, successful or more, I don't know, on their, journey of something. It really, I think, it really requires two people to just have the ability to show up differently in their relationship. And I think then the round two may have a chance. If not, it's just going to be this, you may hit like the honeymoon phase and things may feel amazing at first. But it's, it's going to be the same movie, usually. All right. Well, thank you for hanging out, everyone. And I'm just looking at another question. Thank you. My arm's falling. To be honest, my arm is falling asleep. So I don't have I'm laying down. I'm horizontal. So I'm just taking turns holding the phone with my hand, and my hand's falling asleep. So that's just a sign that I gotta go. Thank you for following, and check out my free couple sessions series. I'm really having fun with these, and they're pretty amazing. They're on my YouTube at The Anger Therapist. Happy Friday. Be well.